Very good morning to one and all present here. And in today's our class, we are going to be discuss about communication and emotional intelligence. Since 1 week, we are discussing about emotional intelligence. I hope you all are now able to understand it. But I'm going to be discuss how emotional intelligence can improve your communication. Let's begin our today's session with one of the example. Imagine you have your one friend named as a Raju. One day, Raju reached to the your school and you are asking to Raju, how are you? Your friend told you, I'm not keeping good. I am very depressed or I am in very tension because my father is admitted into the hospital. Now, what type of a reaction you are giving to the Raju? What type of emotion you are going to be share in front of Raju? That is very, very important. Whether you are sharing an appropriate emotion to the Raju, because this situation is a very panic. This situation is a very critical situation because his father is admitted into the hospital and now he is not able to adjust with the situation. So here your role start. If you are giving the support to the Raju, no Raju, your father will become healthy very soon. There will be improvement in the status or health of your father. So this is all creating an positivity into the Raju. But on the place of that, if you are telling, oh, your father is admitted in hospital, since how many days he is admitted? Oh, what about now your income? Who will pay your school fees? So these all will create a negative energy into the Raju, and it will create more stress into the Raju. So now the correct thing is that if you create a positive emotion, in the sense, so two things we said, empathy and sympathy. Okay, so sympathy, now you are talking to him, ke, oh no, it not happen very good with you. Your father must be healthy very soon. So this is all about positivity. This is all about sympathy because you are with Raju. But apathy is quite different from the sympathy. Now you just involve yourself into the Raju. On the if you imagine, if on the place of Raju, what happened with you, and accordingly that you are going to be share your emotion. So this was the one of the small example which I share before to the session. Now we begin our session. So the communication, basically there are two type of communication. One is a direct communication, another is a indirect communication. Direct communication where you are talking with someone in front of you and you are sharing your expression, you are sharing your view to someone. That is direct communication. Indirect communication, what we are talking right now, that is an indirect communication, whether your face is in front of me but we cannot talk with you. So that is considered as an indirect communication. Now let us start over something with the communication and emotional intelligence. Now I'm going to be yes, before to that also there will be one or two things. Emotional intelligence is all about how you understand the feeling of others, how you are going to be show your reaction in front of you, how you are going to be understand some other one, how you are able to understand the feeling of someone, how can you understand the thinking process of someone. That is all about the emotional intelligence, how nicely you are able to manage your emotion in any situation. So whatever the situation is there, your emotion should be in a positive manner. So that is also one of the way which is known as the emotional intelligence. Or further, it is mentioned how nicely you are able to convert your anger into the happiness. It's a really very big thing which is mentioned here. Imagine the situation circumstances are not very good, but still how you become happy in these circumstances. That is also one of the challenge for you, and this is show your emotional intelligence because all over the scenarios are against of you. All are the circumstances are not in favor of you, but still you are doing your work. Again, I share one of the example. Imagine because this COVID-19 is going on everywhere, and imagine you are working as a nurse in any hospital, and now when the people are working into the hospital, and now how you are going to be take care of the patient. Even all the circumstances are not very good. Even you may be infected with the COVID also. Whatever the situation of ward is also not very good. But even out of this all the negativity also, you are doing your duty regularly. You just try to keep your patient healthy. Is it? What is it? Is it all about your emotional intelligence? It is all about your reactions toward your work. This is all about the care of your patient. This is all. This is all about the emotional intelligence. Now, if you are dealing with patient and if you are telling, okay, I don't know how many days it will take to recover you. Now, this is not a correct emotion which you can show in front of your patient, because otherwise your patient will not improve and he becomes sick more and more. So this is very important things that we must understand. Many of the time it is mentioned intelligence coefficient. If you would like to get more marks, your IQ should be very, very good. If you want to pass in any competitive exams, your IQ should be very well. No, I cannot. I cannot be agree with this point, because along with IQ there is another things which is known as the EQ. IQ is all about intelligence coefficient. How can you remember the things? How can you understand the things? But emotional intelligence is all about how you are going to be understand the emotion of other people, how you are going to be share your views in front of some other one. This is all about the emotional intelligence. In many of the books, it is written IQ will contribute only 20%, while emotional intelligence is going to be contribute 80%. So IQ is fine on its place, but emotional intelligence play a very major role. Then only 100% a person is going to be succeed. So we can say IQ and EQ both are very important to become a success in our life. IQ is all about your intelligent emotional coefficient. This is all about our life, how we become self-motivated, how our moods are going to be changes, how our impulses we are going to be controlled. This is all comes under the emotional intelligence. Now we see what is there on the screen. The term itself explains that how effectively we are using our emotion with intelligence. So that this sentence tell how nicely you are going to be understand the people, in which circumstances, which emotion, which type of understanding you should have. It is the ability to understand, use and manage one's own emotion. One's emotion means how a person is going to be manage himself in any situation. It is all about the correct or positive ways to use emotion. We should express emotion according to time, place and person. This is very important thing. Always whenever you are doing any activity, you are doing any reaction, you always be aware about the circumstances, whether it is a correct time, whether this is the correct place, whether this is a correct person where I can share my thoughts, where I can share my views. So definitely if your senior is there, if your teacher is there, you cannot share the things which you can share among your friends, because definitely there is a age differences, there is an feeling differences, thought process of your teachers and your friends might be different. So that's why it is very, very important to understand. Now we'll see the next slide. It is all about the advantages of effective communication. The advantages of effective communication, basically there are four type of advantages. Establishing a strong relationship among the peers, help to achieve professional and personal goal, help to increase mental ability, and help to overcome problems. Establish strong relationship. If you are showing emotional intelligence, definitely you are going to be establish a very good relationship among your friends, among your peer group, because this is the way where you are able to understand about your friends. Second, help to achieve professional and personal goal. Yes, definitely. If you would like to make happiness among your friends, among your seniors, among your teachers, so definitely you should be have emotional intelligence. You must understand what type of emotions you must share, help to increase the mental ability, and help to overcome the problems. If you would like to overcome with any problems, again, emotional intelligence is the solution for that. Now here, what are the objectives of emotional intelligence? Very quick, we'll see there are various objectives are there for emotional intelligence. In the sense, why should we use emotional intelligence? The first is increase the personal well-being. If you want to show your own personality. If you want to improve your personality, you should use emotional intelligence. If you want to improve your decision making power, definitely you should follow the emotional intelligence. If you want to create the leadership skills among you, then also the emotional intelligence is play very important role. Because if you are emotionally intelligent, if you are able to show your emotion according to the situation, definitely it will create a leadership in you, and everyone will be aware that this person is really very good in a nature. Next is increased team performance. Definitely, if there is a good emotional intelligence among the team members, so definitely you are able to achieve your target very fastly, because there is a good understanding among your friends, among your co-workers, among your peer groups. So ultimately, you will reach to your objective very fastly. Decreased occupational stress. Yes, it is a really very important thing which is mentioned here, because this is the situation where all the people are aware about each other. Yes, today this person is into the stress, so now they will talk into the positivity, and this will help into the change the emotions of other people. Now, what are the different type of human emotions are there? Everybody is aware we are showing a different type of expression when when we attend the initiation, when we are attending the classes, when we are in front of our parents, whenever we are along with our teachers, whenever we are discussing with our family members. So different type of emotion we are showing, but the most important thing is there, what type of emotion and what is the correct place of showing that emotion. Imagine if you would like to show an emotion of angerness, you cannot express that emotion in front of your teacher, in front of your senior, because they are not a correct person. If you would like to show your anger, you can show in front of your peer groups, in front of your friends, for your younger brother, for your younger sister, but they are appropriate. But your teachers and your seniors are not appropriate for that thing. Now, the next, the various emotions: sadness, fear, disgust, surprise, anger, and happiness. So we must aware which type of emotions we need to use at what time. So that's why initially we discussed there should be, we need to understand about the correct time, correct place, and correct person. Now, how to communicate effectively. Now here we would like to discuss how can we communicate very nicely, how can we communicate very effectively so that everyone become happy. This is also one of the way we'll show our emotional intelligence, because how you are going to be communicate your view, your expression to someone, that is very very important. Firstly, you must listen the people very carefully, and then accordingly you need to give the reply. Secondly, you need to think before you talk. In the sense, before taking any decision, definitely you think 100 times, then only you should show your reaction. Next is use correct language. We should use always a correct language, means according to the participants understanding. If participants are very comfortable in their local language, so we should think about the local language. Clear voice and appropriate tone. Our voice should be very clear and very appropriate, so that everybody can get the benefit of that. Correct control of your emotion. Yes. Since 15 minutes we are talking about emotion, how to control your emotion. Yes. Whatever situation is there, always you need to show a positive emotion. You should not become anger. You should not show the stress. You should show always as a positivity. And the last point, which is just empathy, as we were discussing, how you are going to be understand other people. How can you understand the feeling of someone? Many of the times we find out the mood of someone by seeing his face, his or her face. How? Because we know very well every day she is very cheerful, but today she is not very cheering. She's looking like as an unhappy. So, and then it will it will give a chance to identify whether the person is happy or not happy. And here we can show our empathy. We can understand. We can share our emotion according to his particular situation. Now it is a triangle relationship of EI, which is very, very important. Triangle relationship. Here you are able to see a triangle. In triangle, there are the two base. Two things are mentioned onto the base, and one thing is mentioned onto the top of the triangle. If you see the base, there are two activities. One is emotional intelligence, another is effective communication. So if both the base are really very strong, so definitely it will help into the achieve the target. If you are showing your emotion as per the emotional intelligence, yes, it is a positive point. If you show your communication very effectively as per the time, as per the person, as per the place, so then it will help to achieve your target. It will help to identify your objectives. It help to fulfill your purpose. So that's why if these two pillars are very strong, so it will help to achieve your target. So that's why it is known as a triangle relationship of emotional intelligence. Now here are some of the examples which very commonly we are using in our life. When we say it is a sentimental, or whether we can say these all are the emotional issues which happen in our life. This is very common problem among all of us. That is, no one understand me at my office or at my home. No one is going to be, no one giving me any opportunity, no one giving me any chance so that I can show. So this is very, so here the situation, we should not be depressed here. We should show our positive emotions, our positive energy, and then just try to overcome with this situation. Why it always happened with me? Again, many of the times we are blaming ourselves. Why this is happen with me only? Why I become frequently ill? Why I need to admit hospital very frequently? Why I always become fail into the examination? So you just try to blame yourself. This thing is happen with me only. Every time it is happen with me. So you don't blame yourself. You just try to create some energetic. You just try to find out some positive thing from that. Why it happened with you? Next time you will just do a very hard work and then you will succeed. He is very jealous to me. This is again a common emotion. My boss never respect the feeling to other employee. That is also a very common sentence which is uh, which is shared by the various employees. She take care everything too personally. Yes, this is also another thing. Why you're taking this very personally? I'm not talking this to any personal. Yes, this is also one of the emotion. I am very emotional guy. Everyone is very emotional in their life. Everyone showing a different type of emotion. So not only you are very emotional, everyone is very emotional. So so that's why the emotional intelligence is very important concept in our life. So overall, the theme of this complete lecture is that, uh, or if I would like to conclude this lecture, so I can say this is all about your understanding. This is all about your view. Yeah, this is all about the thought process of someone. How you are able to understand the feelings of someone. How you are going to be understand the thought process of someone. How you are going to be share your views in front of someone. That is all about known as a emotional intelligence. Let me finish this lecture by one more example. Imagine your one of the friend got failed in one of the exams due to his personal issues, or whether he is not able to work hard and he got failed. And now your friend approached to you, and he talked to you. Ki yesterday I got my result and I got failed. Now you know very well your friend got failed into the examination, and he is just sharing the things with you. Now this is the hard type of reaction you are showing in front of your friend. You should show as a positive emotion. Oh, how can you become fail? You're really very hard worker. There might be something happen into the assessment. So this is all about positivity. You can say, okay, you become fail. I'm not I'm not getting how you can become fail. You're a genius person. Okay, let me check once again. And just you can ask various type of question, whether you have written the things very properly during the examination, what happened with you during the examination, and accordingly you just try to involve. You just try to involve yourself into the feeling of your friends, so that he can say, yes, my friend is really good. He understand me. So this is all about the positivity of emotional intelligence. So this is all about how we are going to understand the thinking process of someone. I hope you are able to understand each and everything very nicely. So once again, I'll brief you what we have discussed. Firstly, we discussed what is emotional intelligence. Then we discussed about emotional coefficient. Then we compare intelligent coefficient with the emotional coefficient, emotion intelligence coefficient. Then we discuss what are the type of communication, what is the effective way of communication. Then we discuss what are the objectives of emotional intelligence. Then we discussed what type of emotions are there in a human being, and how we can express a positive emotion in a correct situation, and what is the importance of a time, place, and a person in emotional intelligence. This was all about your today's discussion. I hope you understand the things very nicely. If you have any issues, you can ask into our chat box, or whether you can call us personally. Thank you. Thank you.